The KwaZulu-Natal government says it won't support any efforts to take land away from traditional leaders. This was reiterated by Economic Development MEC Sihle Zikalala, who addressed the media as acting premier at a media breakfast last Friday following the State of the Province address. Zikalala says they have a good relationship with the Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini and they support the Ingonyama Trust Board, which holds traditional land in trust in the province. To delve further in this, we joined now by MEC Sihle Zikalala, and he joins us live from our studios in Durban. MEC, good morning to you. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks. Good morning, Palisa, and good morning to the viewers of the program.
Thank you so much indeed, MEC. We've seen a high-level delegation or panel that was led by former President Kgalema Motlanthe recommending that the Ingonyama Trust Board should be dissolved, with the traditional land then becoming a government property. The KZN government is opposed to this. Talk to us about your reasons.
Well, as KwaZulu-Natal, we are part of South Africa. However, we could not get opportunity to engage with the high-level panel. It is for that reason that we believe that there were views that were not taken on board. We are not opposed to rural people having a right on their land, but we believe that could be done without taking away the right of traditional leaders over the land as custodian of the land in rural areas. Now, we believe that there should be an engagement that tried to strike a balance between the two views. One is to have an Ingonyama Trust and traditional leaders having full authority. On the other side is to have individual community members having a right over land. We believe that there is a need to discuss that issue in a manner that does not create conflict, but in a manner that helps us to find a proper solution in this regard.
Yeah, but have you been able to engage with the national government on this matter, MEC? We've heard the King indicating the plans to take this matter to the highest court in the land.
We are engaging with the national government. Obviously, the relevant office will be the office of the Speaker, because the high-level panel submitted its report to the office of the Speaker. We will be taking up that, and we are engaging with government at a national level to ensure that these issues are engaged and addressed properly.
Yeah, and really, surely this will mean that most of the land and its profits will go to the king and not benefit the ordinary people on the ground. Do you agree?
What we are saying is not that it should be under the custodian, it should be owned by the king only, but we are saying the role of traditional leaders must be preserved while you give the right of individuals to use their communities either for economic reasons or any other thing. Even now, people in rural areas are able to use the land for economic benefit, even though they can't use it either as collateral or anything of that nature. So we need to engage on this issue with an understanding that we need to find a common ground which will help all of us, while understanding that the rural areas individual community members must have the right of ownership over their property, but do not undermine the role of traditional leaders as well.
All right. But how much land does the trust hold, MEC, and where exactly is it located?
Well, most of the land is located in rural areas. There are also other townships that are under Ingonyama Trust. There is a survey that was conducted to determine the allocation of land in KwaZulu-Natal. But what we are saying is that it is important that we deal with this issue in a manner that brings harmony and unity. When government and the ANC talks in particular about expropriation of land, we are not talking about expropriating land that is under Ingonyama Trust. The land that should be expropriated without compensation is the one that was taken forcefully from the indigenous people of this country.
All right. And we've also heard the King Goodwill Zwelithini complaining that the money that was allocated to refurbish his palace in northern KwaZulu-Natal was sort of squandered because of substandard material that was used to build it. Has he perhaps asked your department to investigate this matter, MEC, because you talk of the preservation of the role of kings and their recognition? Has he spoken to you about this particular matter?
His Majesty, of course, have spoken to us as the government, and we will be sending the Department of Public Works and the Office of the Premier to attend to his concern, which we believe it's one of the concerns we should attend to urgently. We don't believe that if there are people who are given work to do, companies that are given work to do, they should do work which is under the expected standard. We are going to have an immediate intervention in that regard.
All right. Just a quick one on this. As I said, that King Goodwill Zwelithini has appealed to any legitimate Zulu to donate 5 rands towards this matter, to take it to the highest court. Are you, as the provincial government, also willing to assist financially to take this matter to courts? A quick one on this, MEC.
We do not believe that the matter should be stretched and taken to other levels such as court. We are going to be engaging with national government. It is our responsibility as the provincial government to engage direct with national government on the matter and avoid escalating issues of this nature to court, because we believe that they are quite emotional and emotive. They need to be processed with that understanding that we need to process and negotiate, find settlement through engagement.
All right. MEC, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for coming through. MEC Sihle Zikalala, he's the MEC for Economic Development in KwaZulu-Natal, talking to us about his province's backing of the Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini's Ingonyama Trust Board.